Alright, I'm back with another car video for you guys. Sorry it's been so long, but yeah, winter and stuff. Today I'm going to be working on polishing this turd. It's a 2001 Kia Rio. It's got a lot of problems with it. I've already fixed a problem with a stuck thermostat. It's got an exhaust leak I gotta fix. Cylinder head needs to be replaced because the previous owner had the timing belt break and then replaced the timing belt without actually bothering to fix the bent valves. So that's sometime down the road. But the car runs and drives, and that's good enough to get back and forth to work for right now for the guy who owns it, so that's what's going to be good. But today I am literally going to be polishing this turd. As you can see, there's mild hazing on the headlight there, and this one's clear. Well, it's because earlier I polished this one. Now, a lot of the pro kits that you get for polishing headlights, and they'll come with sanding discs and buff discs and all that, but you can only usually do 5 or 10 headlights with them, and then you got to replace the whole kit, or you buy the pro kit for $50-$60 and still got problems. But I managed to do this for less than $15. How I managed to do that is, well, I already had a drill, but I bought a buff cone from Harbor Freight. It's kind of misshapen because I've cleaned it, but that one is like $5 at Harbor Freight, and then I got this polishing compound on sale at Kmart, and then just a bottle of Windex and a paper towel to clean it off. Obviously clean the headlight, buff it, clean it off again, and then seal it with clear spray paint. Well, I haven't sealed that one, but that one is buffed, and it was just as bad as this one when I started. I'll do a before and after on this headlight as well, but I'm also going to be doing the headlights on the truck. As you can see, they're a bit more hazed, a bit more yellowed. We had attempted to polish these once before, a friend of the family and myself, but they didn't exactly come out all that great because we didn't have nearly enough buffing compound, the right kind of buffer. We had one of those ball buffers that don't really work. But I'm also going to be working on the headlights on this one, which are fairly cloudy. Now, I don't think I'm going to get a hell of a lot of good results on the truck in this because they're so much more clouded, but I'm going to give it a shot. Since I've got the buff ball, I've got the spray paint, I've got the polish. Won't be doing this because, well, obviously it's not that bad, but it's not my car and it may not be kept by the owner for much longer, so I'm not too worried about it. But this one right here is the main focus today, since I've already done the other one. I'm going to clean it, polish it, and then I'll give you guys a quick update, and then I'll do the truck and the car. And there we go. Didn't come out as well as the other one, and I haven't sealed it yet, but as you can probably see, if I can figure out the software I'm using to do a before and after shot, you can see that it's definitely much brighter. And that, again, that's not just cleaned it, that's cleaned it and then polished it and then cleaned it again. So I did actually remove some material. This last little bit of hazing here, not sure if I'm going to have to sand that or if I have to keep polishing it, but I'm not too worried about it because, well, the paint isn't exactly in the best of shape, and the car is very cheap, so I'm not 100% worried about it. But it did come out well, and for less than $10 on my end, because I already had the drill, the paper towels, and the Windex, I'd say that's a vast improvement. Now time to go play with this one. Okay, that one I just cleaned. I didn't polish it yet, just cleaned it. Compared to this one, it's still dirty. Sorry, it's kind of dark, but doing the best I can with the light that I have. But now I'm going to polish this one and see what it'll do. That's about 5 or 6% better. You can't really tell how yellow it still is, but I don't know if it'll pick it up on the camera. But you can see right around where I couldn't get very good with these notches, or these alignment pegs, where it's still hazed. but it's certainly a lot cleaner than it was. I mean, I never even knew that there was a little black plug in there before now. Let's see if I can see it on the other one. Oh yeah, I guess you can, but it's still quite a bit more hazed than the other one. Yeah, it's not picking it up very well on camera, but you can see the surface of this is textured fairly well when you're actually here. I don't know if it'll pick it up on camera. I guess kind of right there you can see it. This side feels a lot smoother, a lot less texture to it. You can kind of see it. I could probably give this another 3 or 4 rounds before I seal it, and that would probably clean it up a little bit more, but it is definitely less yellow. So I'm going to do the other one, and then we'll move to the car, the red neon. Alright, and there's the second one on the truck. Again, I'm not sure how well you can tell between beginning to end, but in person here they are at least 10% cleaner. This one still has quite a bit of texture to it, but again, you know, first time I've done it with polishing compound and this full 100% cotton cone. When I did it before, the person doing it with me used steel wool on it, not the stuff that looks like a pile of drill shavings, but the stuff that looks like a giant cotton ball with soap in it. He used that on there, and that definitely keyed it. But between the buff ball and that, it did clean them up significantly compared to what they were before, and then this is even better. Again, I still have not sealed these. Probably give them at least a couple of more times before I do seal them to try to get some of this texture out and more of the yellow out. But it's not going to get that much better because, well, this is a 1993 Dodge Dakota, so it's, what, 22 years old? And these are the original headlights? It's not bad for 22 years of not having them polished. Now we go do that pig over there. I'm not going to spend too much time on because, well, they both probably need to be replaced because the idiots at the shop that she took the car to told the owner that they could fix them, so they opened the headlights. They separated the plexiglass cover from the back and fiddled around inside. When they did that, one of the headlight shrouds fell off, and then as you can see they gabbed it back together, but did a really bad job with it. So yeah, and the reason this thing is here is because the rings finally gave out on the engine, so I'm going to be putting an engine in it sometime in the next 2 months, and then she will get the car back. And there we are. I did both of them at the same time instead of just doing one then the other. I think the passenger side came out a little bit better, but you can see not only did I spend more time on the top than the bottom, but also that they did come up a little bit cleaner. They are not perfect, but again, these are significantly older than the Rios. The Rio is 15 years old, so it's of course not going to be perfect, and this one is 20. The truck is 23, so obviously never going to come out perfect considering how old they are and that they've never been taken care of. I didn't mask off anything with the paint because, well, obviously this paint is shot and so are the other two, but for 15 bucks, bottle of polish that was on sale at Kmart, Windex, paper towels, and a $6 fully cotton buff cone from Harbor Freight and a drill that I already had. Considering what I started with to what I have now, I'd say that's a significant difference. You can't tell as well on camera, but when you're actually standing here, there is a difference, you can tell. If I had sanded these with 1000 grit, then 2000 grit, sandpaper, wet dry, before I buffed them, they might have come out a little better. but I wouldn't expect too much. And again, this is $10 for me, $15 if we can't find polishing compound on sale, maybe. And be able to see better at night, be able to drive safer. So yeah, that's first thing I've done in a little while since winter, except working on the Kia, which I didn't record, obviously. So hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit more stuff done this year. I might go after all of these headlights again. Maybe not the driver's side on this, but the passenger side. And then both of them on the truck. But this is a significant difference compared to what I had before. I promise you, it's definitely better. Alright, well, I guess see you in the next one.